It's the final game of the season. Aberdeen travel down to Celtic to take on the champions. Kick-off at Celtic Park is not that far away, a couple of hours, 12:30 at Celtic Park. Today's game means very little because quite simply we managed to wrap up third place on Wednesday night against St Mirren. So today we could play with nothing but freedom. Good morning, how you doing? A very warm welcome to Ali Beg ABTV this Saturday morning ahead of our game against Celtic at Celtic Park. So this is the preview show. All we're going to do is just have a little bit of fun this morning because it's a meaningless game. Everything was tied up, everything was done on Wednesday night. And I've got a feeling today Celtic will play in flip-flops because they've got a big cup final next weekend. No doubt none of their players will want to get injured today. I know they're getting the trophy and all that sort of stuff. So they'll want to put on a performance for their fans today. But for me, it's an opportunity for the boys to finish the season on a high. Sort of get rid of this hoodoo that we've got at Celtic Park because we've not won there for a while. So yeah, let's just see what happens today. No pressure. All the pressure is off. The only pressure today, I think, is obviously at the bottom of the table. And Hearts. Oh, I can't wait for the big Saturday football show later. Oh, I can't wait. So, all you have to do today is just come on, leave the comments as always, interact with each other. And let's just have some fun this morning. I've left it open for time-wise. You know, we can do 10 minutes, we can do 15, we can do half an hour. Just depends how many comments come in. Just before we get going, though, I just want to do a little bit of housekeeping because there's a few people that I need to personally thank and publicly thank. Callum Benzes, Ivor Smith, Charlotte James, Neil McDonald, Sandy Faye Fogey, and Steve Anderson, who all recently joined the membership scheme here on Ali Beg ABTV. So guys, thank you so much. I'm very grateful for your support. And it has already made a big difference because some of the new elements that we're looking to do for next season is already being put in place thanks to you guys. And we're going to completely rebrand for the start of the new season. And that's mainly thanks to your generosity. So if you don't know about the membership scheme, there's a little button at the top of the page that says join. Just push it. A little pop-up box will come on with me explaining why the membership scheme is so important. So guys, thank you very much. Right, I'm going to try and predict the team today. So this is what I think will happen. There's going to be a couple of changes because Liam Scales can't play against his parent club. So I've got a feeling Jack McKenzie will come in and play as a back three. I'll give you the formation in a moment. And I think Marley Watkins will come in and start in place of Bojan Majowski, who is obviously out injured. But even though that's the team I think will start, the team that I'm hoping will start includes Alfie Bavic. And I'm hoping Barry will give Alfie 90 minutes today. So potentially he could play instead of Marley Watkins. Barry came out yesterday and told everyone about Bojan Majowski. And he has got to go and see a specialist on Monday about his ankle injury. Then they'll get a better understanding of how bad that ankle injury is. So this is what I think we'll do today. I think we'll play a 3-5-2. Just with sort of Duke playing in behind Marley. 5 across the middle. Johnny, Graham, Leighton in the middle. Hilbert to his right. And then Ross just bombing up and down as normal. And Jack will just come in and play on the left-hand side of that back three. So that's what I think the formation will be today. If you agree or disagree, just let me know what you think. And So this is what Barry actually said yesterday ahead of today's game. I'm sure all of their players will be at it. I mean, how good they've been this season under Ange Postecoglou has been phenomenal, who's just won Manager of the Year, by the way, with what they've achieved so far. And they're a really difficult team to play against. We need to go down there and we need to be brave defensively. We also need to be brave to attack them when we can at the right moment. So I don't think he's going to go gung-ho today, but I'm hoping that we can hit them on the counter-attack, particularly with Duke's speed and Marley's busyness. So I've put some stats together for you ahead of the game. So Celtic have won their last 6 league meetings with Aberdeen, including all 3 this season. Aberdeen have lost 12 league games away from Pittodrie this season. It's the most defeats the Dons have suffered on the road in a league campaign since 1999-2000, where we actually lost 13. The last time Aberdeen played Celtic on the final day was back in May 2018. Andrew Considine's strike earned the Dons a 1-0 win. And finally, today's officials. Alan Muir is the referee. Steve Kirkland is on VAR duty. So as I said, I think we've almost got a free ticket to go in and play as we wish today. I just think all their efforts and concentrations will be on the cup final for next week. So they'll have a bit of fun before the game with the trophy and all that sort of stuff. But as soon as we get down to business, I really hope we show them why we are absolutely worthy of being the best of the rest and finishing in third place. And Barry will absolutely demand everyone be at 100% today to finish the season on the high. It's going to be a very good travelling support going down to Celtic Park as well today. If you're actually on your way, please have a safe and enjoyable trip. And yeah, let's just see what happens today. It's a free ticket, isn't it? Okay. Right, guys, so let's start opening it up to the floor and see how you all are this morning. Okay, here we go. Alrighty. So, Fraser Guns here. Hi, Fraser. How you doing? Morning, all. See, we are linked with getting Leighton Clarkson back. So hope it's true. What a talent he is. Okay, so I have been reliably informed from somebody who is closely connected with Liverpool Football Club that Leighton has been told that he can find another club. So the Evening Express and the Press and Journal on, what night was it? Thursday night, put out an exclusive saying that Aberdeen are eyeing up a permanent deal for Leighton Clarkson. So if we get him on a permanent deal, phenomenal. He's in his last year of his contract at Liverpool. So even if we got him back on loan, I think all of us would snap our arm off at that as well. So that's what I know about Leighton Clarkson. Fraser goes on to say, hoping in the next couple of weeks we announce Shinnie's permanent return. I'm being greedy, but want Matty Pollock back too. Graham sort of, hinted after the game about coming back to Aberdeen and how it would make perfect sense and all that sort of stuff. So I'm absolutely convinced the football club are working on a deal to get Graham back permanently. I saw that Wigan had more points deducted, so they will start their new campaign, I think, -8 points, if I'm correct in saying. They've had issues with payments, etc. So I think they will want to offload some of their players to make them more financially stable. So it would make perfect sense for Graham to come back, and I think the football club will do everything that they can to make sure he comes back. And you never know with Matty Pollock. We just don't know. Can't be bothered, as said, get rid of Barron, Morris, Stewart, Richardson, Palvara and Kennedy. Well, I think Matty Kennedy, there was a bit of a cryptic clue in some of his social media posts this week. I've got a feeling he'll go. Anthony Stewart will be gone. Palvaro is already out playing in America, so I think that'll be done. In terms of the contracted players, I'm with you. For me, Morris and Richardson have not been good enough, and are not up to the standard. Respectfully, with Connor, I don't think we'll get rid of Connor. I've got to be honest. I think he can still offer something, but he's got to get his head down and he's got to really, really work hard and rediscover that form that put him in the shop window and got so much interest from so many clubs. But the injury spell and the spell on the sidelines did him no favours. Scott W is on, wishing everybody a good morning. So Fraser Gunn is asking, what about Marley Watkins? Would you guys keep him? So this is where I'm at with Marley. I thought he was great against Hearts, and I thought he did really well against St Mirren when he came on. So look, we need to have strength and depth. And Marley he's a frustrating player for me because there's obviously talent there. But I like his aggressiveness. That's what I like about him. And I like his busyness. I just wish he'd score a few more goals. So I would keep him. Scott W said, today we need to show them no respect, no guard of honour, nothing. Just get in about them and come back with the 3 points. I agree with that. I'm not a big fan of this guard of honour. I know it's a respect thing and all that, but just get on with the game. Absolutely get on with the game. Scott W said, I'd hang on to Polvaro. I think the lad's a good wee player. Yeah, I'm not sure. John McDonald is here. Hi, John. He wishes everybody a good day. Bit of a dead rubber today, but a great chance to beat the hoops. Angela Hamilton has wished everybody a good morning. Scottish Susie. Morning, dandies, and sending greetings from somewhere. I'm on a bus heading for Parkhead. Fell asleep and don't know where we are just now. Have a safe journey, Susie. I can't be bothered, has said, I think Watkins is worth another year as long as we bring someone else in too. It's a good shout. Brian Simpson has wished everybody a good morning. Come on, you Reds, he says. Gordon Keith Ritchie has said, on the way to the game, what will the team be today? Will we give a good account of ourselves? Come on, you Reds. I think we will. Because Barry is setting these standards, he will want nothing less than 100% and a 10 out of 10 performance from the boys today. Mark Munn is here. He's wished everybody a good morning. Morven Wood, good morning, Morven. How are you? Bavage from the start today. Yeah, that's what I'm hoping, Morven. I really hope he gets a good 90 minutes under his belt. It just sends him away in the right frame of mind for the summer. It gives him that taste. It gives him that feel. And he'll come back all guns are blazing, knowing he's had a taste of it and he'll want more. So I agree, Morven. I'd love him to start. I've just got a feeling he'll start with Marley today. Nathan Mitchell, good morning, Nathan. Will you be doing any Begs Banter interviews with current players during the summer? Look, mate, I'll be honest. I'm trying. I am trying. And I will continue to try. Let me put it that way. So the answer is I'm hoping. I'm not going to say anything else. Graham, by the way, I'm interviewing Graham Watson on Monday night. So I'll be bringing that out in the middle of the week. And I've also got an idea for a show that I very much need your participation in, which I'll come to in just a moment. Graham Klein. Hi, Graham. Maybe a day to give youth and fringe a chance to decide what's required for next season and what to replace. Yeah, that's an interesting shout. Scottish Susie's back saying, finally seen a sign, we're 40 miles from Glasgow. Erica Mitchell, good morning, dandies. She says, hope we get some sort of result against Celtic today. Come on, you Reds. Martin Smith. Hi, Martin. If we can't sign Clarkson and Pollock on permanent deals, keeping them is going to benefit their parent clubs and us, as they are guaranteed European football and will only enhance their development. I completely agree. Mark Munna said, get it right round your hearts. Nicola Beaton. Hi, Nicola. Good morning, dandies. The sun is shining and we're in Europe. And what more could you ask for? Thanks, Ali, for doing this show this season. It's great engaging with fellow supporters and hearing their views. Oh, it's an absolute pleasure. And because the shows are going so well, and because the Watch Along show has done nearly 1,700 views, which is fantastic. So we will definitely do them next season. And I'm working on some really nice new elements to bring you as well as part of that show and sort of the wider shows that we do. So this idea that I've got for a show during the close season is I want you to tell me your funniest Pittodrie stories. So let me give you a starters for 10, which I swear this is true. It's one of the funniest moments I've ever had at Pittodrie. So I remember it very clearly because I was still in the band and I had a rare weekend off and I came up to see my parents and Aberdeen were playing at Pittodrie that day. So my dad and my brother and I went to Pittodrie. My mum had to work, so she couldn't come. So we decided to sit sort of further down, the south stand, sort of further down towards the pitch. So the boys started warming up, and the ball sort of came over towards the perimeter, and little Joe Miller came running over, collected the ball, and a dude from behind me shouted, "Gonna show us some magic today, wee man." And Joe turned and gave him a thumbs up. And I swear within a heartbeat, another guy shouted out, "Aye, gonna effing disappear." Honest to God, oh, my dad, my brother, and I just collapsed for laughter. It was so funny. And to be fair to Joe, he turned around and he gave this guy a really wry smile, but it was so funny. So, what I'm looking to do is a show where we can just share laughs. So, I'm looking for you guys to come on and tell me your funny stories. Just very quickly, there's another one that's always stuck in my mind. Um, we were we were in the Richard Donald stand. So I was living in Singapore and came back and took my mum to the game, and we were playing Hearts. It was a, if I remember correctly, it was a 1-1 draw. It was round about, when was it? It was about 2009, something like that. Been in Singapore a couple of years and came back. There was a guy sitting about 6 or 7 seats to my right, and he was getting more. He was really quite agitated during the game, and he was getting more and more agitated as the game went along. And he was just shouting obscenities all the time. And my poor mother was in earshot of this. And the more agitated he was getting, the higher his voice was going. And eventually somebody shouted at him, "Mate, please just shut up, because only cats and dogs can hear you now." And again, the people around us just collapsed for laughter. It was so funny, this poor guy. So that's the sort of examples that I'm looking for. So if you can sort of share your stories with me, then I just thought we'd have a really good laugh one night, get a show on, and just, just tell all the funny stories. Right, let's get back to your comments. Matthew Cole's on. Hi, Matthew. Good morning, Ali, and all the dandies. Grey Pilgrim, I got it. Grey Pilgrim has said, "Hi bees, get a win. Come on." Wouldn't, honestly, it'd be so funny today if Hearts get beat and they finish 5th. Oh, I can't wait to get it right up you and Cameron today. Scott W has said, we can't afford to go to them with the attitude of job done. We have to go into this like it's a cup final and do them. Look, I'm with you. Derek Griffiths has said, good morning, just sobered up from Wednesday. Let's get a win at Celtic Park. Nothing to fear. Come on, you Reds. Mark Munn has said, anyone punting a ticket for today, give me a shout. I live in Glasgow. So if anybody has a spare ticket, Mark is looking for a ticket. Lee Doubles is here. Hi, Lee. Morning, fellow dandies. Be brilliant to end the season on a high with a win. Celtic Park isn't the easiest place to go, but it would be great to really see the boys have a go at them. Have a go, she says. Angela Hamilton has said, his ankle injury must be hell. I damaged ligament to my ankle years ago and oofed. Agony. Feel for him. For Bojan. Matthew Coole's back saying, my brother and I were at a 40th anniversary Gothenburg evening in Keith with Willie Miller, Jim Leighton, Neil Simpson, John Hewitt and Joe Harper officiating. What a laugh. Brilliant night. Oh, I can only but imagine. Scott W has said, Robinson should have won Manager of the Year and has achieved what Celtic should have achieved. Robinson has overachieved with St Mirren. Yeah, that's actually not a bad shout. He was always going to get it though. David Scott, I feel we have a good chance today. Their defence is well dodgy just now. Yeah, they're leaking goals for fun at the moment. Mark Munn has said, no Old Firm manager should win Manager of the Year given their finances. Mark, there is no Old Firm. Oh, can't be bothered said, surely Jim Goodwin should be Manager of the Season. Bye-bye United. Oh, can you imagine? Derek Griffiths has said, would love to see Alfie B get a start today. Yeah, I agree. Ewan Grant's here. Hi, Ewan. How are you, fella? He's wished everyone a good morning. Bit of a free hit today. Good chance for Barry to try and start some youngsters and instruct them to express themselves. Come on, you Reds. Gary Milne has said, what about Jack Milne at the back? Lilo Nanas has said, pay him whatever he wants. Are you talking about Leighton? Mark Munn said, Shinnie and Clarkson signings would be incredible. Clarkson is some talent and Shinnie is some leader. Oh, Scott Donald says, well done Aberdeen for third place, even though he's a Rangers fan. Scott, thank you for coming on. Thank you for being respectful, mate. Top man. John Grant has said, morning, come on you Reds. Celtic haven't been playing that great, but we hopefully turn up and make it interesting. Derek Griffiths has said, I would definitely keep Marley as backup. Mark Munn has said, Watkins, Bavidge, Duke and Miovski seems like a good front line. Ah, Scott. Yeah, Scott. Right. I remember. I've got you. Top man. Thanks for coming on, mate. It's very much appreciated. Can't be Sorry, let me go on. Jim Balfour said, Marley Watkins hasn't found a niche, but he's decent. Not in the same league as Kai Havertz, but I think their difficulties are similar in that the outlet for their abilities isn't being opened. Jim, it's a very interesting point. Thanks for coming on as always. Lee Double said, I'll defo keep Watkins. He's a decent forward. His work rate off the ball is brilliant. Holds the ball up well and brings others into play. Decent finisher. I'd offer him a deal. Come on, you Reds. DM has said, nothing to lose today. Come on, you Reds. David McKinnon has said, good morning, Ali. Morning, David. My girlfriend is a diehard Motherwell fan. What's your thoughts on Kevin Van Veen? Okay, so I had this the other day. I don't know, to be honest. I actually said a few days ago that I wouldn't take him. Because if we bring players in, I always think they have to be better than what we've got to simply enhance what we've got. Look, he's a great goal scorer. Would he be better than Marley Watkins? Whoa, that's a debate. Because they're kind of similar. The only difference is, big difference, is that Kevin Van Veen scores goals. Marley struggles. Oh gosh, that's a very good question. Can I sit on the fence? Tell me what you think. Grey Pilgrim has said, depends on Marley's own ambition. Does he want regular first team starts, or is he happy being a bit part of the Don system? That's a good shout, Grey. Good morning, Mark. Very much delighted that you're enjoying the show. Jim Balfour said, bumped into Graham Watson when he was a beat cop in Glen Rothes, as warm and approachable as his smiling face after his shootout penalty indicated. Yeah, I'm really looking forward to speaking to him on Monday. Mark Mona said, I hate Rangers. I hate Hearts more than the Rangers. Really? Whoa. Graham Kleiner said, also big praise for the other night's live show. Fairly enjoyed it. I'm glad you did, Graham. I absolutely loved it. I really, really enjoyed it the other night. Jeff Joy is on. Hi, Jeff. I don't think we should expect too much from this game. I think we will give the young lads a wee run out today. It's what I would do. We've done the hard work. Yeah, I can see it. Grey Pilgrim makes a very good point. He says, cheers to Jim Goodwin for the points we gained before Christmas. They've been vital to our campaign to get third, even though things went pear-shaped for him after the World Cup. Yeah, I agree. It's a very good point, mate. But generous, as some folk are saying. Deep Space Hebrides has said, so weird waking up on a Saturday morning with Dons playing Celtic and fearing the worst. Jeff Doig is back saying, let the lads just go out and play stress-free. Fraser Gunn has said, you need to get ripped into Ewan Cameron. Don't you worry. I'm going to get absolutely ripped into him today. So some of you have responded in regards to Van Veen. Matthew Cole, for example, said, always hated Van Veen when he played against us, but he would be a good addition. Score says Van Veen does not fit our future. One-off season. Avoid. Okay, interesting. Duncan Strachan is here. Hi, Duncan. How are you, mate? I would defo keep Marley. Offers us something different and always makes an impact when coming off the bench if given a decent amount of time. Wednesday was a prime example. His work rate is great. Yeah, I agree with you, mate. Scott W said, I'd have Van Veen in a heartbeat. He's a natural goal scorer. He's got decent pace too. I don't think he'd move to us to be backup though. Yeah, that's a good point. Scottish Susie's back saying, first time that I'm heading to Parkhead and have no nerves and actually looking forward to it. We've nothing to lose. We could get something. I agree, Susie. Fraser Gunn makes a good point. How good has Kelly Roos been under Barry? Solid. Oh, he's just absolutely sensational. He's been, because I think it's safe to say the jury was out for a wee while, but he's been absolutely superb. Scott W said, I have to agree with the boy saying he hates Hearts more than Rangers. It's between them and Celtic for my most hated team. Can't be bothered to said that. Vassell at Killy looks like he could be a player. Mark Munn says, I'm more excited by this transfer window than ever before. Robbo's gave me the buzz again. I'm 52 on Sunday and looking forward to next season with a manager that bridges the gap between fans and club. So, Mark, have a fantastic birthday tomorrow, mate. I really hope you have a great day. Graham Kleiner said, time for Atlanta United to get their hands into their pockets and throw more cash into the Dons. Yeah, I'd like to know a little bit more about that. I got to be honest. John Kylo, I think is how you pronounce it. Hi, John. The player recruitment retainment is massively dependent on if Thud gets Eurogroup football. Pretty sure Watkins will stay if we get in. Van Veen has had one exceptional season in 15 years. Yeah. Mark Munn said, Roos is our Schnelders. Right, there was a message. Just let me grab the message. Hang on. Okay. Angela Hamilton has sent us a funny story. So, it didn't happen at Pittodrie. It happened in Tesco's. So she was wearing her Don's top that had Mackey on the back, as in Darren Mackey, happily scanning my shopping, and my mate was laughing and looking behind me. I was curious and turned around. There was Darren standing grinning at me, and I was so mortified. I said a quick hire and scanned my shopping at a record speed and ran. Brilliant. Oh, I love it. So if you're just joining us, we're going to do a show, hopefully in the week, where we just exchange really funny stories. That's what I'm looking to do. Just have a really, really good laugh. Scottish Susie's back saying, how great is it that we have already sold nearly 8,000 season tickets for next season? It's a phenomenal effort. It really is. I tip my hat to every single one of you. Okay, right guys, how long have we done? Right, we've done nearly half an hour. So I'm going to call it a day. So I'll tell you what I will do though before I forget. Because if you're out and about today, and I say it to you a lot, if you're not going to the game and if you've got no means of watching the game today, then maybe you could consider tuning in to the Big Saturday Football Show. We're on air earlier today. We're on air from 12 o'clock. And the idea is that I sit here in my studio and I report back as things happen at Celtic Park. So it's on North Sound 1 with Ewan Cameron. Wait, oh my God. Stephen Mill, who hosts the show with Ewan, and Steve Cowan as well will be in the studio from Aberdeen player. And I've said it before and I'll continue to say it. The show is hugely popular. We recently won the silver medal in the National Radio Awards for the best sports show. It's a mixture of music, having a really good laugh, and football. And what I love about the show is that we concentrate on everything but Celtic and Rangers. So we leave that to our colleagues at Clyde, whereas we do everything else. And I think that's why it's made the show so popular. So I shall be reporting as live from the game today from my base here on the German-Austrian border and bring you right up to speed. So that's the idea. Hang on, there's a couple of more messages come in, so I'll just read these before we say goodbye. Skuska has said, we have money to spend. Ramsey and Fergie sales were not part of last season's financial report. Yeah, it's a good point. Plus also we're going to get a little bit of an add-on from Scott McKenna as well for Nottingham Forest retaining their status in the English Premier League. So there we go. Okay, right, guys. So have a brilliant Saturday. I'll see you tomorrow night for the review show at 7 o'clock. Graham Watson begs banter interview coming up during the week, and also we'll have this special show as well where we just have a really good laugh. So enjoy your day. Good luck to the lads today. I really hope we can get something from the game to finish the season on an absolute high. And yeah, just go out, express yourselves, have a lot of fun today. Enjoy the moment, enjoy the occasion, and just be right up for it. And you just never know. You just never know. Right, guys, take care. See you soon. Stand free.